Hello YouTube, thank you so much for being here again. Super excited to be here. I'm going to be doing a highly requested video on Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna try and include lore in London. I'm gonna see what my guides are saying. This is kind of involving some darker energies around this person. Not exactly this person, but what really happened to him. As soon as I started looking him up, I was automatically really interested in, him and his soul form. Ooh. Okay. All right, so I'm getting that his soul, he had some type of spirit attachment, something to do with, if you've ever heard of Dr. Sebi, I don't know what his name is. Like, I've seen him around, like, on Instagram, stuff like that. He was basically a doctor. He's very much with me right now. Okay. He was a doctor who, like, really gave people a lot of information on how to cure cancer. He was killed. I believe it was a conspiracy that he was killed because of all the knowledge he had, and he was curing, I think it was either cancer or HIV. So yeah, he was really doing amazing things, and he was using these holistic melodies to help people, become healthier. I don't think it was just cancer. I think he worked with other things as well. Ooh, he was really, okay. Let me just gather some of this energy. Okay, Dr. Sebi, okay, I'm hearing he stuck to him. There was a similar life purpose here. Girl, he's behind me, I feel him. Okay. There was a similar life purpose here, meaning that they both were here to have to leave early to bring some type of knowledge to us. I believe Nipsey Hussle was a rapper, if I'm not mistaken. So the thing with Dr. Sebi is that he had a very strong spirit attachment, not in a bad way that was draining or anything, but he was very drawn to Nipsey Hussle. I feel like I'm hearing that okay, I'm hearing he was with him his passing months. So maybe his last passing months, I feel like. So the last months of Nipsey's life before he ended up passing away. Dr. Sebi, this is gonna be labeled as a mediumship reading. Nipsey Hussle isn't really connecting to me, but as soon as I just said his name, this other spirit came through. Okay. I'm trying to, like, gather the information. He is saying that this had nothing to do with Nipsey's music. Nipsey Hussle, from what I'm feeling, he's already crossed over. There is some type of truth that really did want to come out, and this person, the spirit, he's really, like, emphasizing, like, my heart chakra. He's showing that he's not bad. He's showing me a forest right now. He wants this news to come out. He wants this news to be exposed. I'm, like, trying to understand why this was such a scary thing. Why, there's conspiracies about Nipsey Hussle getting murdered or whatever. This was supposed to be a very good thing. I'm hearing people really overreacted. People really overreacted with this partnership between Nipsey Hussle and Dr. Sebi. Alright, I'm seeing that since Nipsey Hussle was a boy, like, younger, he's really, like, gained an interest. I feel like he would have known about Dr. Sebi when he was young. Like, and I'm seeing like younger, like 7 years old. And there was a connection there. There was a, you know, some type of connection, and there was some type of agreement there between, you know, upper realms. Oh, they're giving me chills in my teeth. Okay, upper realms, there was a connection between Dr. Sebi and Nipsey Hussle. I'm hearing Nipsey was supposed to follow in his path. Okay, there was something with music though, and it was supposed to be, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I really don't know what kind of music. I've never heard of him until he died, Nipsey Hussle. I know you guys hate it when I say that, but I really, sorry. I do believe he was a rapper. There was a side of him that was the most predominant side of him that he really didn't show, or he might have shown through rapping, but it was a very connected side of him. It was a connected to Mother Gaia side of him that was connected to, you know, wisdom, ancient wisdom, not so much esoteric knowledge, but herbalism. I'm seeing he had many past lives, yeah. And I do feel like, I know Dr. Sebi did have some elemental energy. I don't really think Nipsey Hussle did, but there was a connection from Nipsey being such an old soul to the earth. I feel like Dr. Sebi, I feel like these two people had a past life together, and I'm kind of seeing it now. Okay, I'm hearing this was years in the making. This wasn't just something that Nipsey like decided to do one day. There was a lot of many years leading up to him wanting to do this. I'm hearing this was his main goal. Ooh, okay. I'm hearing yes. This was his main goal. He wasn't gonna expose anybody. I don't feel like he was really gonna expose Big Pharma or anything like that. But people really overreacted. And the fact that people really overreacted, it woke up a lot of other people. So it's like he had this goal that he wanted to really introduce holistic medicine. And I'm hearing follow the footsteps of Dr. Sebi. But since this didn't manifest, there was a lot of like talk about this, you know, people were very threatened by this. People were very threatened by him coming out with a documentary and him exposing somebody that not that many people really knew about Dr. Sebi. So if he was going to come out with a documentary about him, this wasn't really like, it wasn't gonna do harm to anybody. It wasn't really gonna shake the ground. But the fact that this didn't even manifest and people were so threatened that that eventually he got taken out. I'm talking about Nipsey Hussle got taken out because of it. It shook the ground more than it could have shaken the ground if he would have just in fact came out with this documentary. I don't feel like Nipsey really was gonna expose anybody or, you know, expose any metaphysical traits that really could have helped. I mean, I feel like he was gonna bring a lot of knowledge to medicine, but he wasn't really gonna expose anybody or, you know, anything like that would have really done as much damage as would have what has happened when, you know, he passed away. So, okay. And I'm not even looking at a picture of him. Since this is like a mediumship kind of read, I'm getting all my information from spirit. There's 2 spirits with me right now. There's one behind me and there's one next to me. There are still, even in the spirit realm, I can't expose everything about the situation. But from what I'm hearing is that this was not going to be as big as everybody anticipated it to be. It was going to be one leap. It was going to be one small step. And this was them underestimating. They didn't want to shake the ground. Nipsey kind of knew consciously that if they really shook the ground, he could have risked his life. He could have risked his family's life. There would have just been so many ripple effects. He didn't want to go through with exposing anybody. But when you have knowledge like that, and I'm hearing that Nipsey, he wasn't a medium, but he had ways of channeling. These two people were together for a long time. I'm hearing 4 months. Dr. 𝒸𝒽 was kind of in spirit with him, with Nipsey, for like 4 months before he passed. This wasn't going to shake the ground. This was very peaceful. I'm hearing it's very peaceful. I'm like smelling grass, and that makes me feel like things are tranquil. And this was going to be also cleansing to not, this was going to be cleansing to the people that were going to see in the documentary, and it would have helped them kind of have a better understanding of holistic healing. It really wasn't going to emphasize on Dr. 𝒸𝒽's accomplishments. That's not what this was about. But like I said, people were very threatened. There was a lot of money that they thought they could have lost. Not only that, but the consciousness moving at such a high speed. If he really laid all his cards out on the table, I'm talking about Nipsey Hussle and his knowledge, yes, that would have been, honestly, it wouldn't have been a good idea. It would have moved us consciously so fast. It would have really it would have deterred a lot of more people out because of the intensity of it and the adrenaline and the energy behind it, if I'm making any sense. It would have skeeved people out. And people would have just disregarded it because they wouldn't know how to handle that much information that strong, at that time, all at once. I'm hearing that it was a shame. This was a sad death. I don't feel like I said, I feel like Nipsey has transitioned on. I'm not connecting to his spirit. I'm really getting, the Dr. 𝒸𝒽, that spirit kind of telling me what was happening. This was coming from a very innocent place, this documentary. I'm hearing it really wasn't time for Nipsey to go either. But he is transcended. He is at peace. I would never try and connect to anybody who is at peace. If you guys are my clients, you know that. I don't do that. But like I said, Dr. 𝒸𝒽, he is at peace too, but he's a very highly evolved soul in which he can be in one place at the same time as the other. He's a multidimensional being in many ways. Highly advanced ascended master. He's able to bring me these messages. He's showing me a lot of grass. He's making it seem like this was very relaxed. On his end, this was, I don't know why. When spirit gives messages, it kind of gets confusing. For me, grass means fresh, cleansing. That's the energy that I get from it. I feel like this really worked out. You guys are going to think I'm crazy because, this man lost his life. And it's extremely tragic that, he passed away. This was way before he was supposed to pass on. I don't feel like it was his time at all. But in a soul's perspective and from a soul mission, if you guys can kind of grasp what I'm trying to say here, we all have a mission and we all have something to accomplish in this lifetime. He surpassed his life goal and surpassed his life mission. He's really woken up a lot of people by not even trying. I'm hearing this is what the world was ready for. If he would have put out this documentary I feel like it wouldn't have been that intense, but many people wouldn't have been that interested in it. Whereas it's still creating ripple effects to this day that he was murdered because of it. And people are waking up. People are now more in tune with the conspiracies and seeing the truth. So he has surpassed his life mission. But for example, Dr. 𝒸𝒽, I'm hearing this knowledge, it's available to anybody. I'm trying to see what he really is gaining from this. And I don't feel like he is gaining anything. I don't feel like that's his intention. He's coming to me from a very, very peaceful place. He's coming to me from a very peaceful place. People are very, very threatened by him. Lower dimensional beings are very, very threatened by him. I'm hearing that they do follow him for anybody who does try and translate his message. You know, yeah. But like I said, I feel like this has really woken up a lot of people. His duty in life. So I want to get into Lauren. I think she was the girlfriend or the wife. I'm not exactly sure. Sorry, guys. I'm hearing she could never be replaced. I'm getting a lot of earth sign energy. She might have been a Virgo, Capricorn. I'm not exactly sure when her birthday was. Or she may just have strong earth placements somewhere in her chart. Okay, I am seeing she's had a past life where she was kind of an overweight looking queen. I'm seeing a lot of fat on her face. I feel like she has some African American roots or some darker. Okay, I guess she is black. She looks Spanish. Alright, so I am seeing she had a life where she was a queen. I'm hearing she was preparing for this. She kind of knew what was going to happen. I do still feel like she's very devastated, of course. She hasn't really even processed these emotions yet. I'm hearing she's really suppressing a lot. She's trying to stay strong. But, like, she hasn't even come to terms with the fact that she's really upset. But she's very, very strong. She's had other lives where she's had to be very, very strong and be a leader. I feel like she's had to lead. I'm hearing she had to lead dynasties. I'm hearing the word dynasties. That's not a word I don't think I've ever used the word dynasty before, but I'm hearing dynasties. What is a dynasty? I'm not really sure what that is. We're gonna Google it. What is a dynasty? Okay, a line of... Okay. A lot of big words, something about royalty. So I'm hearing she was ruling dynasties. I'm seeing like a very renaissance-y life between her and Nipsey Hussle. I feel like he would have, or he still does, write a lot of like love notes or like poems or something. Something about writing letters in like ink with a feather like that. I'm seeing he used to do that a lot. This might have actually even been this life, but it looks very Renaissance-y. These two people have both had past lives where they were in power, and they had a lot of people, like they were both in the public eye for many generations. This was a very stable type of love. Like, it wasn't super intense, I feel like. This was just very stable. And it was comforting. It just feels like earth energy, like Virgo, like just very structured, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like they're used to ruling together, but they have lost each other in other lives. And I'm like seeing that she's really had to pick up, like, even when they've been together in past life, I feel like he's died before her, like, in most of the past lives that I'm like feeling right now. And she's kind of had to pick up the slack and, you know, start doing billing. I'm seeing like she's had to do finances or something about spreading money out. She's had to like do stuff maybe that were kind of illegal because of him, that he needed to get done. She really took care of that. I do feel like Dr. Sebi, he's waiting. He's a master. He's waiting for his student. You know, his student was Nipsey Hussle, but what had happened to him, he's waiting. I feel like he's going to take another approach at this. But he really does come from a place of peace. He's a very peaceful spirit. Just a very peaceful feeling, you know, that I could just feel from his energy. But I'm hearing this is gonna be later. I don't feel like anybody is gonna be so in touch with him for a long time. But he's gonna come to somebody when they're ready to take on what's about to happen, and when the earth is ready, when our consciousness is ready for the information that he wants to share. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are interested in your own readings or anything like that, I leave everything in the description. Thank you so much.